my pleasure to introduce my senator and fellow avid Red Sox fan, Senator John Kerry. Senator Kerry has been a great supporter of Home Care and Hospice during his extensive career in the U.S. Senate and has fought hard to preserve the rights of the elderly and disabled to receive care in their homes. Senator Kerry is a member of the powerful Senate Finance Committee. He entered the Senate with a reputation as a man of conviction. He led the fight, as we all know, in the Senate this year to reduce the drastic home health cuts in the House Health Care Reform Bill. Let's give a warm welcome to our Home Care and Hospice hero from Massachusetts, Senator John Kerry.
Not to steal this spot.
Right here. Anyway, I'm looking for my phone booth. I don't know where it is. Now, it's prone to occasional hyperbole, but in this case, it's absolutely true. I think I've known Val for a long time. I can't even remember when we first met. It was a long time ago, before I even came here to Washington as a senator. And I want to begin by just telling you, you've said thank you to him enough, but this guy deserves your undying thanks. There's nobody who fights harder for you and more effectively than Val Armendariz. I want to thank him for his incredible work. Your work is a life cause for this man. I can't tell you how passionately he advocates and how present he is in the context of our lives and the day-to-day things that we're doing here. So he does a great job for you. All the hyperbole and everything else aside. Secondly, our staff's never get enough thank you. And I want you to see a face behind some of the great work that we were able to do. I am proud of what we were able to do in the Finance Committee, not just on home health care, but on a number of other things which were under attack or underappreciated. But Allie Mowbray was some here, Alison Mowbray and Kathy Perry. Now, there she is. Please stand. She was really relentless on all of these things. So anyway, we're glad to be back here. We're back from our recess, as all of you know. Only the third grade in the United States Senate get a recess. It's a strange world, anyway. And we have bipartisanship here. Susan Collins was just here. Nobody's shouting at each other. There's no filibuster, so we're making progress today. You're, so to speak, marching on Washington, but you're not really marching in a sense today. There's an element of victory left in what you're doing here, appropriately, but also guardedly, and we have to acknowledge that. There are reductions in the overall global budget. There are changes in the way payments are going to be made, the market basket, other things have been adjusted. But what I'm pleased with is the fact that what did occurred with the consent of the industry, with your participation, with your day-to-day input, so that we were doing things that made sense. And I have to tell you that overall, I think that's the story of this healthcare bill. Never in the time that I've been in Washington have I seen such relentless and unconscionable distortion as a matter of day-to-day practical political strategy to try to tell the American people that something that's happening to them that's bad and something that's happening that's actually good. And so many distortions are out there. I know during the Massachusetts election I went out and I went to a bunch of senior homes. And I asked people, how many of you here in this room think your Medicare benefits are going to be cut? Every hand went up. And yet no benefit was being cut. The only cut was overpayment in the Medicare Advantage program, which is the private program that was created by Congress with the understanding that they would compete in the same way as the regular Medicare program. But lo and behold, you, the American taxpayer, were paying a larger percentage, 113%, whereas the rest of the system was getting 100%. Now, why would we pay extra to the private sector with private? We all know because they carved out some special interest capacity to be able to get their larger piece of the pie, and there were people here who were working to protect them. And in the effort to do that, they went out and sold Americans to the fact that Medicare benefits were going to be cut. The exact opposite is true of this bill. There's a $90 reduction in premiums for Part B premium payments. Prescription drugs are going to be less expensive. We added wellness and prevention benefits to Medicare, and we protected the life of Medicare for an additional 10 years, and we're reducing the deficit by $130 million in 1 year and $1.2 trillion over the course of the life of this bill. That's a pretty good positive upside for America, and we need you to go out and remind people that we no longer have a place in America for this kind of distortion, outright lie. Americans need to know the truth about the good things that are going to take place, and we need you to help be the messengers to that effect. So I just want to say thank you to you for what you do. I know you're hearing it from everybody. I have had home care when I recently had a hip operation, and as you know, we're discharged in about 24 hours, or whatever it is. 36. I was 36, but willfully, because I didn't think the food was so good, I hated being woken up and told to go to sleep. So maybe I ought to go home. It would be nice. But I had a terrific home care specialist who came in and helped me recoup much faster than I probably would have otherwise. And the doctor was telling me how literally 10, 15 years ago, they used to keep people in the hospital for 5 or 6 weeks afterwards. My God, think about the cost. So now, with readmissions down and better technology, better communication, and all the other things that we're doing, we can do so much more better through home care. And we need to keep reminding people of the importance of the dignity and independence that comes with that kind of care. And all of us know, I'm a baby boomer. As the baby boom generation retires and has greater need for home care, this is a pretty independent-minded, creative generation that, as we know, has never liked to be told what to do, and has always wanted to maintain its independence. And I think it's only going to push the demand for home care and for independence. So your work is going to be in greater demand. We're going to need you to be even a bigger part of the system, and I look forward to working with Val for as long as he and I are here together in an effort to try to guarantee that we do what's right by you as you do what's right by patients all across the country. Thank you for what you do.